Well, it's a good day for Craigslist. The Department of Homeland Security just raided Rentboy.com and put an end to one of the best ways for escorts and clients to find each other online. And good for DHS, because prostitution is bad, right? Well, not so fast. If sex work is harmful, then why is it that so many major medical and human rights organizations actually support decriminalization? The story goes that sex work is banned in most of the US in order to protect victims of trafficking and exploitation. And that's a worthwhile goal, but there's just one problem. Arresting people who exchange money for sex may not stop exploitation, and in fact, might make things worse. There are approximately 70 countries where prostitution is legal or regulated, and we can see the effect that sex work laws have. For example, Germany legalized prostitution in 2001. A decade later, trafficking had decreased by 10%. New Zealand legalized it in 2003, and 5 years later, a report found 0 incidents of trafficking, but they did find that sex workers were more likely to report violence when it occurred. After Canada legalized prostitution, sex workers experienced fewer homicides. We also know how legalized prostitution works in the US. In Nevada, where some counties regulate brothels, researchers from the University of Nevada found monthly STI checks, mandatory condom usage, and panic buttons in every room. Compare that to the NYPD, which has accused women of prostitution for carrying condoms. Not exactly a great way to encourage safe sex. But the best test of American prostitution might be Rhode Island, which accidentally legalized it in 1980. Nobody noticed until 2003, and it took them until 2009 to re-ban it. But guess what happened during those intervening 6 years? Rates of female gonorrhea transmission dropped by 39%, and rape declined by 31%. No wonder those Nevada researchers concluded brothels offer the safest environment available for women to sell consensual sex for money. So who actually benefits from criminalization? Well, the people who exploit sex workers, such as pimps and traffickers, but law enforcement can benefit as well. After the Rentboy raid, agencies seized $1.4 million from the company, which they can just keep for themselves. DHS even went so far as to send agents undercover to Rentboy events, in a twist that is bizarrely close to the movie Exit to Eden.
I need you to go undercover to a island resort. It's a place for S&M, B&D, and DNS.
M&M?
And who suffers when sex work is illegal? The workers, who are unable to access labor protections like minimum wage, health insurance, and safety standards. Now, to be fair, there is conflicting research on the effect of decriminalization. One study concluded that countries that legalize prostitution have larger trafficking inflows. But the study's own author said that the evidence is tentative, and that there is no smoking gun proving that legalization leads to trafficking. In fact, the study concluded that legalization actually presents potential benefits to sex workers. That's probably why leading human rights and medical groups support decriminalization, including Amnesty International, the World Health Organization, Human Rights Watch, UN Women, the Global Alliance Against Trafficking in Women, and many, many more. In fact, just last week, a coalition of LGBT legal organizations issued a statement in support of decriminalization worldwide. This is perfect timing. Here we have a case right in our own country of LGBTs being targeted for harassment and prosecution. The time that DHS spent chasing down consenting adults connecting online could have been spent investigating actual crimes with actual victims. But it wasn't. And why was the Department of Homeland Security involved at all? Well, they have a mandate to protect cyberspace. How does this do that? Beats me. Thanks for watching. You can tweet at me @MattBaum and subscribe here for more videos. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a missed connection that's about to become a casual encounter.